everyone, and happy to see you here at Make Money Guide. There is always a debate that it is the same thing, rich and rich. Someone thinks that these are synonyms. Someone claims that the difference is huge. Yet, both rich and being wealthy is about having a huge amount of money, but it is important to see the difference. They are similar to each other, but they have distinct differences that are important to understand. Saying that being rich and wealthy are the same is like saying credit card and debit card are the same, or that there is no difference between an index fund and a mutual fund. But the main difference between rich and wealthy is in duration. You'd be surprised, but after watching this video, you won't understand why you didn't see the difference between rich and wealthy, as it is so obvious. Want to make an experiment? Ask your friends what's the difference and you'd be surprised they don't understand. If you want to know the obvious difference between rich and wealthy, just keep on watching. In this video, you will find tips how to determine if a person is rich or wealthy. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because we have prepared some tips for you how to start earning. So stay to the end of this video because you just can't use that most useful information. Rich. What comes to your mind first when you hear the word rich? A lot of money, fancy clothes, expensive cars, luxury houses. Yeah, and that's right, because it makes sense. Also, you may think about movie stars, athletes, and celebrities, and it's also right. Though the world's richest people also include doctors, lawyers, Wall Street investors, and other high-earning professionals. They're easy to pick out because they make a lot of money and show it. Whether it's through fancy clothes, nice cars, or expensive boats, they display their money for the world to see. Rich people come into their money in a number of ways. They may inherit it. They may win the lottery. They may earn it a few short years as a professional ball player or entertainer. Or they may invent a new mousetrap that is worth millions of dollars. Or they may simply earn it over many years as a professional or business owner. Being rich simply means that you make a lot of money, but it can also mean spending and borrowing a lot of money. Too much. And it's not that being rich is bad, it simply means that unless you're also building wealth, you're doing something that is unsustainable. The main features of rich people: have lots of money, have a temporary period of income, defined by income, focus on spending, showing off, borrowing money. Being rich simply means having a high income without corresponding assets. The reason that having a lot of money doesn't make you wealthy is that rich people also spend a lot of cash. A person who earns $10 million per year but spends $9.9 million on a flashy lifestyle will have less money at the end of the year than a lot of you. That expensive car looks nice in the driveway, but it could be burning a hole in their pocket since they have so many other bills adding up. Rich people are focused on portraying a luxury lifestyle, especially now in the era of Instagram. Rich lifestyles consist of a high proportion of an income being spent, resulting in a small amount of investing activities. Instead of investing all of that capital, they buy expensive cars and jewelry. They often need to use loans. For that reason, it doesn't matter if you are making $250,000 a year or if you are spending $225,000. You'd be better off only making an income of $80,000 and saving half of it. This is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You might see someone driving a brand new BMW, but that doesn't mean that they have a fat bank account. Wealthy. And now the task is a little bit more difficult. What comes to your mind when you hear the word wealthy? A lot of money? Yes. Business meetings? Yes. Multiply businesses? Also, yes. But what's the main thought? Being wealthy is defined by your assets and net worth. Identifying someone who is wealthy is not as easy as finding someone who is rich. Being wealthy is measured by how much money you accumulate and save. In general, it's defined by your net worth. Unlike expensive clothes and fancy cars, your net worth is not put on display for everyone to see. It's usually hidden. Wealthy people don't like showing off. They rather prefer to keep their life and wallet private. A wealthy individual saves at least 15% of their paychecks, usually more since they are high-income earners, have little debt, have their retirement portfolio in smart investments, and live well within their means. But the most important distinction is that a wealthy person has a huge net worth. Wealthy people have assets that generate passive income for them. They don't buy things randomly because they are very methodical and purposeful with their capital. The main features of wealthy people: have sustainable wealth, know how to make money, defined by assets and net worth, focus on investing, not based on flashy lifestyle. Most people would not be able to recognize these people as being wealthy because it isn't based on a flashy lifestyle. They might look like your average person, blue jeans and sneakers and a normal car. That means that there are fewer billionaires in the US than the number of people you are friends with on social media. Many people think that to create wealth, they need to skip out on all the fun in life. However, that's just not true. The key to building wealth isn't so much about being cheap as it is about prioritizing happiness. If you're already responsible with your finances and want to spend more, just be wise. You'll see that avoiding the things that make you appear rich will allow you to focus on things that actually make you happy while building wealth. These are the common themes in achieving wealth and not just ways to get rich. 1. Start investing as early as possible. 2. Don't just work but hustle. This means taking on gigs outside your full-time job. 3. Educate yourself in investing, but know that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. The biggest differences between rich and being wealthy. Wealthy people cultivate a way of life that maximizes the likelihood that they will be successful. They don't dabble in fruitless things like gambling or other risky behaviors like drugs. We know so many celebrities who are rich, but they have a really risky and scandalous lifestyle. And we also know so many situations when really talented sportsmen became broke just because they were spending so much money on alcohol, drugs, and gambling. This is very sad, but it's true. Rich people are more likely to become broke than wealthy people. The rich focus on spending money and creating a luxury lifestyle to show off on social media to attract as more eyeballs as it is possible. Wealthy people keep their life private. It doesn't mean they never have fun or only drive used cars. No, they prioritize and maximize their income instead of wasting. Wealthy people cultivate a wealthy mindset and look for ways to work smarter so that they have time to focus on things that matter most. One of the best ways to do that is to generate a passive income in order to generate sustainable wealth. Some assets that the wealthy own to generate passive income include businesses, real estate, or traditional investments like stock market and bonds. That means that their money is generating wealth for them. Instead of relying on punching the clock at an hourly job for a paycheck, this wealthy mindset helps them in building wealth and gives them financial freedom. They focus on long-term economic growth. They have that entrepreneurial itch and are driven by ambition, not greed. Being a rich person looks fun from the outside, but it's exhausting to know that you can't sustain it over the long term. One more very important but very simple difference between rich and wealthy is knowledge. Wealthy people know how to make money. Rich people only have money. Once you know how to make money, you can build a sustainable wealth. The money never stops coming. If you have a reversal of fortune, it's not a big deal. You just make it back. There are many examples in history of wealthy people who obtain their wealth through knowledge and value knowledge more than money. Wisdom and knowledge can create great wealth for anyone who desires it. We hope the video was useful and interesting. Thanks for watching. For watching more interesting money making videos, just follow our channel, Make Money Guide.